Okay, this is not bad, but it's definitely not the most efficient way to do it, because this is how the customer would have to take his bag off the bike. So we have the harness. It's nice and neat, but you'd have to cut this wire tie, cut off this heat shrink, disconnect all these connectors, cut off this heat shrink, disconnect the connector. Then he could take the bag off the bike. I and you have to remove the seat. So I like to see these down here, and one or two waterproof plugs that plug in without having to cut off the heat shrink, because then he'd have to, after he plugs it back in, figure out how to reheat shrink these and hopefully put them back in the right order. So it's not done bad, it just could have been done better. And then on this side, we have quick disconnects for the tour pack. The problem is, how's he gonna know what order the RCAs go back into? So let's say he confuses the RCA for the tweeter with the RCA for the woofer, and he hooks them up backwards, it's gonna blow his tweeters. So it's not done bad, but it could have been done better. And then this is where a lot of the noise is coming from. So we're gonna run new RCAs and get rid of this completely. All right, so Saul hopped deep into this bike build, this wiring rescue, and he saw a couple of major problems that have to be addressed. So we got the air ride grounded to the frame. Then this one, they ran Anderson connector, and then it's populated with two red wires. So this side is positive, this side is negative. We're gonna have to switch that up to a black wire to make it easier to identify, but they ran it all the way across and jumped it to the frame instead of going to the battery or going to a fuse block. So if you trace this wire back, it's not protected at all. We have a bunch of positive wires jumped, which left us with 8 ring terminals on the battery. Really confusing. So when you go to put the battery back together, you miss one, something on the bike's not gonna work. So we're gonna have to move all that and build proper quick disconnects for the bags. I was hoping that this was gonna be a quick wiring rescue, but as you can see, we had to pull everything out and start over. And of course, this bike has to be in Daytona in a couple days, so. So Saul spent the entire morning rewiring this bike. So he's got his custom harnesses built. They all run into the tour pack, all protected, all one single piece with no splices. All right, here's all the wire we pulled off. Had to take the tour pack off to remap the wiring. Now it's ready to go back on.